came from the Faith Walkers 4-H Club in Grady County. I'm also a Grady County Ag Innovator. Today I'm going to be showing you how to measure your horses in hands. A deafening gun blast sent excited settlers on horseback racing to stake their claims during the Oklahoma Land Run on April 22, 1889. 100 or more years before that, Kiowa, Comanche, Cheyenne, and Pawnee hunters rode horses into Oklahoma, following the bison herds. Oklahoma could not have been settled without horses. People had to ride long distances just to find water. Horses helped settle our state, and they are still important to Oklahomans today. Only California and Texas have more horses than Oklahoma. In fact, there are 325,000 horses in the state, one for every 10 Oklahomans. Early horse traders found it was easier to use their hands to measure horses than to carry around measuring sticks. They would count hand widths from the ground to the horse's withers. The withers is the high part of the horse's back, between the shoulder blades. A man's hand is generally about 4 inches wide. A horse is generally about 14.2 hands, 14 hands and 2 inches, or taller. Anything shorter than that is considered a pony. So I have two horses here to be helping me demonstrate today, but before I get them, I'm going to show you this chart and a string that I have on the wall over here. So this string marks exactly 14.2 hands, which is the height that a horse has to be considered a horse. Over here it says 14.2 hands equals a horse. Smaller than 14.2 hands equals a pony. 1 hand equals 4 inches. So this is my Nexus equine horse that I've been fostering. Her name's Pudge, and before I get her up next to our chart, I'm going to show you how they would have measured in hands. So they'd put 1 hand on the ground, 1 hand above that, and count the hands up. But 2 hands like that is considered 8 inches or 2 hands. So I'm going to lead her up to our string. So these are her withers, and as you can see, there's still plenty of string up past her withers, which means she definitely doesn't reach the 14.2 hand high mark, which means she's still considered a pony. If you're interested in knowing her exact measurement in hands, she is exactly 13.2 hands high, 13 hands and 2 inches. This is Ralphie. He is also a Nexus equine horse that I've been fostering. Pretty sure we can all tell he's a pony, but I'm going to lead him up to the chart anyway. So these are his withers, and as you can see, we've got plenty of string past his withers on him, so he's definitely a pony. His exact height in hands is 9 hands high. So now I'm going to show you how to measure yourself in hands. Normally we measure how tall we are in feet, but today we're going to do it in hands. So I have marked a 5-foot mark up on the pole. So if I back up to this pole, I am a little bit shorter than that 5-foot mark because I'm 4 foot 11 inches. But we're going to say that I'm 5 foot tall. If I'm 5 foot, there's 60 inches in 5 foot. So you're going to go 60 inches divided by 4 because there's 4 inches in 1 hand, and that'll come up to 15 hands, which means I would be 15 hands tall. So you're just going to take however many inches you are tall divided by 4, and that'll be how many hands you are tall. Now, it's important to know how to measure horses in hands because in the early days when there were settlers trying to trade and sell their horses, they could easily measure exactly how high their horses were. And they knew that if they were 14.2 hands high, that if they were considered a horse, not a pony. This was important because they could get a lot more money off of a horse than they could a pony, because horses can travel further distances and carry heavier loads than a pony can. Thank you for listening to me talk about a handy measurement. Now, I got my information from Ag in the Classroom, and if you look up Ag in the Classroom, you can find a lesson that says a handy measure, and there's a worksheet to go along with that, and if you can print that off and fill it out, it's super easy, and thank you for listening.